3, go. All right, so I got a new mic that I want to try out. Man, I got a big head. Okay, same other setup, just a new mic. Where was I? I don't even know where I was on the book, but everything needs work. So I forgot where it was last time I left off. I think, Dumb Grunt by S.A. Avalar, a book that I wrote throughout like 10, 14 years, little by little, because that's about the pace that I can do. I started off just as a little journal, but reality is kind of boring, so you got to make it a little fun. So I made it a little fun. It's just, this is a completely fiction novel. If there's anything that remotely looks like something that you might recognize, it's an accident. So let's see. Whatever. Print. Oh yeah, this is a part where there's a firefight. I don't have any background music. I usually have background music, but I haven't figured out how to. I got this PodTrack thing. PodTrack P4, which is pretty cool. That's what you're listening to me on. I had a headset on the other videos, so this should be better. The only thing I don't like is that I have a MacBook and it doesn't connect automatically. It connects like power wise to the MacBook, so it's feeding the power, and it is recording, I hope. But I don't get it, but whatever. So I think we're at a part. Yeah, they're in the middle of a firefight. That was a surprise firefight, and like all firefights are. So here we are. Prince is a scout sniper, who is just like a low key badass and stuff. He's a super killer, but it's they're nerds. Like it's not like a movie where you have like this like tattered up dude. Like, yeah, bro. Well, I mean they're tatted up, but like you don't have like this cliche guy. That's military here. It's usually some nerdy guy that plays a lot of World of Warcraft and stuff. Kind of a geek, kind of a meathead, kind of a Marine. So that's who Prince is. Prince launches the rocket and throws the spent tube down to the floor, and quickly brings the sniper rifle back to his cheek and sees the little red dots sneak right above the front wall and dip to the men on the mortar, blowing them into small pieces and warming Prince's heart for a brief second. Oh, that's right, because he has a rocket launcher. Prince launches the rocket and throws the launches the rocket. That's clear black blast area. Prince yells at Johnson, lifts head as Johnson lifts his head. Well, it looks like everything needs a little work today. So okay, let's see. I haven't worked on this part in a while. So clear. Oh, before this, there was like a conversation, and they're clearing a road. Clearing roads, it's what it sounds like. You clear a road that's full of bombs, long, boring, and then crazy. So this is the part where it got crazy. I should probably go. Let's go back up. Torero. I like this part. From the corner, they're in a firefight. So from the corner of Torero's eyes, a figure crawls out from under the second MRAP truck. I wonder what this is going to sound like. Truck, and opens up at the back. Opens up the back door. From the corner of Torero's eyes, Marine crawls out from under the second MRAP truck and quickly opens the back door. Quickly opens the back door. He sees Prince. We'll take out the he sees. Prince. Prince puts a javelin rocket and an AT-4 rocket launcher around each of his shoulders and does a slow board jog towards Torero. Okay, so Prince slings a javelin rocket over his left shoulder and an AT-4 rocket launcher around his, we'll say, right shoulder. Right shoulder. I wonder what this is going to sound like with his mic. For my 6 views, which I'm pretty sure are all mine, checking on how many views it has. So there's literally nobody watching this. I'm talking to myself. Doc, I need new contacts. Prince slings a javelin rocket over his left shoulder and an AT-4 rocket launcher over his right shoulder and does a slow board jog towards Torero. Over his right shoulder, Prince looks over at Torero and does a slow board jog towards him. Prince taps Torero. No, Torero's shooting, so Torero has his rifle pointed over. His rifle pointed. No, his rifle is planted. Has his rifle planted on the hood of the MRAP while shooting 3 rounds at the dust clouds. What the fuck is up with this letter D? Dust clouds. Shooting 3 rounds at the dust clouds that are firing at him. Doc, I need new contacts. Fire. He sees Prince walking casually towards him with 2 rocket launchers over his shoulders. Doc, I need new contacts. Prince yells into Torero's ear over the gunfire. Torero fires another 6 rounds at the compound, and the windshield in front of him shatters in front of him to his left, and the windshield directly to his left shatters with 2 bullets right dead center of the driver's side. Driver's side windshield. And we'll say, and 2 bullets hit right dead of center of the driver's side windshield. Why is that wrong? 2 bullets hit right dead of center of the dead of center. We'll just hit the center of the. Why is that so wrong? The center of the. Why is that wrong? Torero fires another 6 rounds at the compound as 2 bullets hit the driver's side windshield, leaving 2 spider webs. Spider-webbed, shattered impacts. I told you fuckers a million times, contacts aren't allowed. M-. There's a fucking Marine Corps order about it. And I told you fuckers a billion motherfucking times back in the States. That doesn't read right. I told you fuckers a million times contacts aren't allowed. There's a fucking Marine Corps order about it. Exclamation point. I lost my exclamation point. There we go. A round of a few rounds whiz over their heads, and neither really react to it. Comma. I told you fuckers a billion motherfucking times back in the States. You can get conjunctivitis. A rocket whizzes past them and explodes in the field behind them. They both look at the explosion, but then back to each other. Conjunctive motherfucking vitis. It took me months to get all you motherfuckers glasses. I could get in trouble, you dumb motherfucker, Toro yells angrily. This is... You're being... no, okay. Toro yells angrily. Prince shakes his head, not satisfied with Toro... okay, where am I at? Prince shakes his head, not satisfied with Toro's answer, as another burst of rounds land. I'm using rounds a lot. Let's see, what's another word for rounds? Bullets synonym. Let's see. Let's see. Impact synonym. Bump, bang, knock, jolt, dump, twack, slam, smack, crash into, collide, bang, cannon, plow. Kind of, I don't love it. When in doubt, just, I don't know, literally say what you mean to say. So, yeah, Prince shakes his head, not satisfied with Toro's answer. When another burst of rounds land on the ground next to them. Not next to them. Around, near them. I don't like glasses. That's geek shit. Those glasses look fucking stupid, he yells back at Toro. As the rest of the squad continues to fire at the compound. Toro looks desperately at Prince as the whizzing of the bullets gets even closer. You are a fucking geek. You play fucking Worlds of Witchcraft all day. There's no fucking internet out here. What the fuck are you even doing? He yells back at him. Fuck, man. I promise, if we live, we can talk about this later. He nudges his head towards the general direction of the gunfire. I'm going to hold you to that, Doc. Prince puts his damaged contacts into his pocket. Toro stares at Prince putting the damaged contacts in his pocket. You can't. Fuck it. The anger of Prince's loss swells back into his bloodstream, and he climbs up on the roof of the MRAP, ignoring the whizzing of bullets around him, and puts both rocket launchers next to him as he scans for a location that is in need of getting blown up. He yells something in Johnson's ear, who let's see. Johnson, Lance Corporal type. Johnson is next to him on the .50 cal on the 50 caliber machine gun, firing errantly at the mud compound. Prince yells something in Johnson's ear, who nods and changes the direction of his machine gun slightly as Prince turns on the javelin and wipes away some sweat and squints as he finds his target through the viewfinder. Prince pats Johnson on his shoulder, signaling him to stop shooting the 50 cal. From the side of the truck, Richie sees Prince targeting on the rocket and pulls Torero and Hernandez under the truck. Clear black blast area. Clear back blast area means, what does it sound like? Clear the black blast area. So, rockets go this way, the blast goes that way. So, funny videos that come out during war is always untrained people just casually walking behind a rocket, and it's sad because they were a baby once, but it's kind of funny. Clear back blast area. Johnson ducks back into the truck and covers the injured Lance Corporal White. This guy, Lance Corporal White, got injured before. He got some shrapnel in him, and he got injured, and he's in the truck right now. Obviously, there's like a whole book happening before this. I know this story seems random, but there's a whole ass story before and after it. It's just fucking editing, okay? The rocket blast cover. Johnson ducks back into the truck and covers the injured Lance Corporal White and the reporter in the back seat. The rocket blast covers Torero, and the dust cloud from the rocket blast covers Torero, Richie, and Fernandez in moon dust. Richie is an awesome guy. Richie is the roommate of Torero in the current time of 2015, and but they were Navy buddies in the Navy. They served together, all that shit, in 2010. So this is in 2010. We mentioned him before, so I know it's another name randomly, but it's, we mentioned him. They peek from under the truck, trying to wave away the dirt, trying to fan the dirt and smoke away with their hands. And they see the rocket make its J-shaped descent into the sky, and just as it begins to fall, the secondary rocket ignites and takes it into a sharp rainbow descent to its target. Prince drops the javelin and looks through the scope of his sniper rifle and sees a white Japanese van in midair flight with a violent explosion under it, followed by two other large explosions from inside the compound and two flailing bodies thrown up like rag dolls, straight up and then down into the compound, and then back down, and then back down. The gunfire slows down to a trickle. Prince scans with his scope and sees two men on the far side. Offer up notification. Buying a jumper, which has nothing to do with the book, but I'm buying a jumper. If you want to rent a jumper, hit me up. Prince scans with his scope and sees two men on the far side of the rooftop of the roof. Of the mud compound roof. Prince scans with his scope of his sniper rifle scope, and sees two men on the far side of the mud compound's roof setting up a mortar tube with a third guy firing erratically towards the general direction of the two convoys. Of the Marines. Spray and pray, he whispers. Spray and pray, Prince whispers to himself and shakes his head like a mildly disappointed father as he replaces the sniper rifle with the AT-4 rocket. He leans his head out and with the concentration of a champion bowler, he adjusts the AT-4 rocket onto his shoulder and releases the 4 safeties. Clear back blast area, Prince yells as Johnson lifts his head through the manhole of the roof facing the wrong side of a rocket launcher and jumps back down, covering the and ducks back down and ducks back down, covering the 3 passengers in the back of the MRAP truck. Prince launches the rocket and throws the spent tube down to the throws the pen down and quickly brings a sniper rifle back to his cheek and sees the little red dots sneak right above the front wall and dip down to the men on the mortar, blowing them into small pieces and warming Prince's heart for a brief second. The gunfire slows down to nothing, and the trucks from the front convoy begin reversing to the rescue party's position. Another truck had gotten blown up, and there was like a rescue party and all that stuff. No, not yet. Sorry. A dude got injured, and the rescue party's there for the injured person, and then things go worse. Sergeant Mendoza exits his truck with his stuffed day pack and slings it around his shoulders. Menace 2-1, on me, let's fucking go. He raises his rifle to get the attention of the clusterfuck. Fun fact, let's fucking go was a saying before 2023. Isn't that crazy? The Marines from the squad sprint in different directions towards their truck and grab their packs and water, then hurriedly gather around Mendoza, who is yelling something about 2 minutes. Artie is going to fire something. It was something about in 2 minutes. Artillery is going to fire for effect on the compounds surrounding the White House. The objective. The whole point of this was to capture a compound called the White House. The White House, they mentioned before that it's like this notorious compound. It's kind of based on a real thing. It was like this mysterious White House, literally called the White House. And they used to call it Tony Montana's house. The White House was a fun name for it. And it was literally this white, like just randomly beautiful house with like, smooth stucco walls. And it was really nice. It was creepy, surrounded by IEDs, an insane amount of IEDs, to the point where you wouldn't even think, we never even thought about approaching it. It was just like, yeah, we're just going to leave that alone, And yeah, it was nuts, man. So, the White House is a compound. In the story, it's a compound that is the same thing. It's like a stronghold that everybody knows about and everybody kind of doesn't really care about because it's such a daunting task. And this is them actually invading it. And, fun stuff. A MIC-LIC will, the White House, the objective. A MIC-LIC will clear the path through the IED-laden field towards the White House. Mendoza radios to the driver of the truck-mounted rocket-launched M58 mine-clearing line charge, MIC-LIC. The MRAP... the MRAP drives up ahead and the squad and the 2 Marines in charge of launch... Okay. We'll say the MIC-LIC truck. The MIC-LIC truck drives up ahead of the squad. And the 2 Marines in charge, and the 2 Marines sitting in front, with 2 Marines in front, drive up ahead of the squad, and drive up ahead of the squad. Period. The 2 Marines in charge of launching the 100-meter-long line of C4 explosives stop and put the truck in idle and wait nervously for a signal. Mendoza radios the 2 Marines in the MRAP truck. Okay, do it. The young Marines in the truck sigh and hold hands, praying quietly that the C4 doesn't go off accidentally on the roof of their truck, or that they don't have to ignite the charge manually. The fuck is that? Toro asked Fernandez, looking at the truck. A Miklik. It's pronounced Miklik, you fucking pogue. Replies a worried Fernandez. Fernandez replies as he reloads his rifle. No, as he reloads his rifle. Fuck, Doc, you really don't know shit about the Marines, do you? Fuck you, I know what it is. I know what that is. Fuck you, fuck you, I know what that is. Toro says, pretending to know what it is. Shut up, Mendoza yells at the Marines. Shut up, Mendoza yells, and the Marines' eyes immediately focus on their squad leader. After the sting clears our path, we're going to move to contact and kill and capture. All right. After this sting clears our path, we're going to move to contact to kill and capture. He smiles and winks. He smiles and winks. After this thing clears our path, we're going to move to contact to kill and capture. He smiles and winks. Anyone that's left in the compound. If anyone's left in the other compounds, they'll just shoot at us, and we know what to do from there. Other than that, there will be no birds flying over. Nothing. We have no immediate air assets. We have no immediate air assets other than artillery and the 81s in the PB. All the helos are with Sierra Company down south. Luckily, the Taliban will figure it out pretty quick and attack us, hopefully. Hopefully. The roads up to us are going to be cleared, and with the simultaneous attack on Jafar Bazaar by Sierra Company down south, the roads up to us are going to be cleared. By the roads up to us are the roads up to us are clear with no defense. And with the simultaneous attack on Jafar Bazaar by Sierra Company down south, Mendoza smiles wider. Mendoza's smile widens at his next words. Taliban south of Jafar Bazaar will just go to Pakistan, obviously. But anyone north is going to get funneled right to us. So get ready for a good gunfight. Kill. Fuck yeah. Why can't it always be like this? Kill, kill babies. The Cap platoon will worry about the road, the Angels, and Overwatch over the west. Mendoza crosses something off his notepad and turns towards the trucks. Angels is a word for saying like dead Marines and stuff. a couple of Marines. Some Marines died earlier in the story and all that stuff. Turo sighs and adjusts his bag and slings his extra med bag around his shoulder in front of him, straining his aching shoulders, and stuffs 3 bottles of water in each cargo pocket. The Miklik is launched across the field, followed by a 100-meter tail made of C4 explosives. It lazily lands on target, and the squad ducks down, waiting in anticipation. 10 seconds, Rufus yells, and Turo pours 2 packets of coffee into a bottle of water and shakes it up while staring at the direction of the Miklik. Cover your ears, these are big. The linear charge blows a linear line of dirt 4 stories into the air and rocks the platoon. as dirt rains down with the sound of two random IEDs blowing up in different parts of the field around the Miklik explosion. A creepy quietness comes out, and the group dusts themselves off. "Goddamn," someone says from the dust cloud. The falling dirt and shrapnel falls on three more random pressure plates that explode in different areas of the field. "God damn, how many fucking bombs are out there?" someone yells. Turo's eyes widen as the dirt and smoke gets slowly carried by the warm summer wind. "Fuck, there's a lot of IEDs here," someone whispers. Mendoza is the first to stand up, and Lance Corporal Carrillo jumps in front of him with a metal detector, and the rest of the squad follows in the fresh. And the rest of the squad follows their squad leader in towards the fresh linear crater the Miklik just provided. Their squad leader. The farmland is quiet, and woman and 5 children run down the road. Run down the road away from the compound. Run away from the compound the Marines are about to attack. "That's not a good sign," someone says. They finally reach a dirt berm. Is that not the right word for berm? B-E-R? Berm? They finally reach a dirt berm 20 yards from the front gate, and the squad all point their weapons at the compound. "ET4 up," Mendoza yells, and Lance Corporal Mulder runs towards the front excitedly. "Roger that." Mulder gives his rifle to Sergeant Mendoza and drops to one knee, aiming the rocket towards the entrance door, and releases all 4 safeties. "Clear backblast area," Mulder yells, and the rocket explodes out of the tube and makes its half-second trip to the heavy metal door, but misses and hits the wall next to it, barely making any impression on the surprisingly sturdy mud wall. Fuck, I missed. Mulder throws the spent rocket launcher tube on the floor. "Fuck, I'm sorry, Sergeant." Sergeant Mendoza sighs. "Fuck it, let's go. Engineers, get the breaching charges ready." He yells at Rufus. Lance Corporal Carrillo clears a path with his metal detector, avoiding the beeps for a clear route for now, and they all rush behind him towards the doorway. Rufus and Wiseman attack the daisy-chained C4 explosives. Oh, man. Rufus and Wiseman attach the daisy-chained C4 explosives to the heavy metal door. Rufus lights the fuse and returns the squad that is lined up against the adjacent wall. 10 seconds. 2 men begin to yell from inside the compound, and the squad relaxes their shoulder in unison for the upcoming firefight. The explosion launches the heavy metal door and smashes the 2 Taliban fighters against the back wall, instantly killing both. Mulder's team immediately clears the Mulder's team immediately clears the corners of the courtyard and only see torn apart smoldering body parts. Only see smoldering body parts from about 15 Taliban fighters, and the familiar smell of smoldering death that comes with it. The rest of the squad enters their guns up, looking for something to kill. All right, Turo says happily. "Minus all the dead bodies, this place is pretty nice." Turo makes his way towards the back corner of the compound and sees something that he doesn't believe, then all makes sense at once. 2 small boys blown apart from the numerous blasts inside the compound during the firefight. The rest of the platoon makes their way to the scene in dead silence, but still inspecting their blind spots. "Jesus Christ," Lance Corporal Fernandez sighs and lowers his rifle and head. "Jesus called off today," Toro whispers back at Fernandez with a slight smile. All right, well, with that, I'm going to take a little break. I just want to try out this new mic. Hopefully it sounds cool. Better than like that gamer mic I was using before. I got to figure out how to put on my background music. I like listening to the music while I do this. Other than that, Zoom P4, legit, I guess. I paid for it, so don't think I got this for free or anything. But yeah. Anyway, thank you again. See you later, alligators.